Hello, everyone. It's Katie. Oh my God, you guys. I put my makeup on this morning at 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock a.m. I have not reapplied one time, amazingly. I haven't reapplied my lipstick, but I mean, this is like, way to go, makeup. Way to stick with me on this insane, like, teen mom day of drama, you guys. I have been doing more digging into Janelle Eason, so I should be and I've connected with some people that are doing some more behind the scenes stuff, so I should have more details about Jax tomorrow. But you guys, Amber Portwood, she literally broke her silence. Like, literally. In an Instagram post following an article that was published by Radar Online, she posted a broken heart, which said, "I am so heartbroken right now. Oh my God. Wow. I guess the truth always comes out." There you have it. Her first statements since her July 5th arrest have absolutely nothing to do with her son, with her feeling like, hey fans, I'm super sorry that I did this. Nothing addressing what happened, but instead throwing shade at Andrew Glennon, the victim. Am I the only person that finds this totally tone deaf and completely like she has to come always be the victim? How is it, Amber, that your very first statements, have zero to do with your son, nothing to do with your children, nothing to do with your job, all to do with rumors from Radar Online that your ex-boyfriend, by the way, he's not, like, how are you guys even in a relationship? And Radar Online never once said that Andrew spoke with this person before this incident. In fact, they were clear that Andrew and this woman connected after what happened with Amber, and he was confiding in her given the gravity of what happened. It isn't cheating when you're not in a relationship. It's not. Am I the only one that's like, you should be heartbroken because of the choices you made, Amber? You should be heartbroken because of what you've done, Amber. You should be heartbroken not for yourself. You should be heartbroken for your children. You should be heartbroken for your son, who is 1 year old and he is now living without his mom, and a 10-year-old daughter who, again, will have her mother ripped away. But again, it's you victimizing and blaming somebody else and deflecting and gaslighting. Why are these her first statements? Why? Why can't it ever be about her children? Why can't it ever be about the kids? You know who I feel sorry about? I don't feel sorry for Andrew. I don't feel sorry for Andrew. I don't feel sorry for any of the men in her life. I feel sorry for James and I feel sorry for Leah, because they have a mother that will never take responsibility for what she's done. They have a mother who continually blames her mental illness as a reason to lash out and beat up people and abuse her partners. And I'm just dumbfounded that, I'm sorry, you guys, I'm so tired. I'm dumbfounded that these are her first words out. It has zero to do with anything but herself. And this is, again, all about her making herself the victim. And of course, you guys, she's getting tons of people now on Instagram telling her, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Ambi. Ambi, you're so strong. You'll get through this. He's such a cheater. I can't believe he would do that to you, Ambi. That's so terrible, Ambi. What about James? What about Leah? That's what I want to know. I don't give a flying flat stick what's going on with Amber and why she's sad. Now, not only did this drop, but then the Ashley Reality Roundup tracked down Matt Baier, who then, of course, spoke to Ashley and asked her more questions about what's going on with him and Amber. Because after he talked to TMZ, everyone noticed his inconsistent statements and basically saying that, Matt, you said that nothing happened in your relationship. And you kind of did. I mean, you literally admitted on Marriage Boot Camp that you guys got physical. And so Matt answered some questions. And again, he is such a freaking dingbat. I don't understand why. So he basically told the Ashley that Amber's... So here's what she said. He said, and he hasn't, by the way, he hasn't talked to her. He hasn't talked to Amber at all. Period. Okay? But he somehow knows that her biggest fear is going back to prison. Her second biggest fear, in my opinion, is having people think she hasn't changed. I knew, and then he addressed the stuff about how he said that there was never abuse in their relationship. And he said, I knew what I had already confirmed in the past, and I know what's out there, but I wasn't going to pile on to anything. Because his explanation for denying that they had a violent relationship was just not kicking her when she was down. And he said, people want to ask me if Amber is violent. Is she naturally violent? No, but I will say that Amber is very, very tough to bring down once she's crossed a certain threshold. He said when Amber gets past a certain point, even just during an argument, she's going to say horrible things. You're going to hear things you don't want anyone ever saying to you. But personally, I never saw her at that level of anger for more than about 15 minutes. Once it's over, and it would be like nothing ever happened. He did say that her anger... 15 minutes. Once it's over. He did say that her anger escalated on Marriage Boot Camp, and he said the footage from the show is a perfect view to what it looked like when Amber and I fought. It was no different there than it was when we were at home. That's what scared me. When you're in front of a camera, there's certain things you can or can't do, but during Marriage Boot Camp, she could not separate things and was so angry at me or her mom or other castmates for no reason. I wasn't afraid of that she was going to hit me or whatever, but it was obvious that our relationship had come full circle and that it wasn't going to work out anymore. And I don't regret the breakup. It was the right thing for both of us. So, okay, Matt, I guess. And then Matt goes on to say, fans are curious to why you didn't tell TMZ about the stuff you mentioned on Marriage Boot Camp. And he said, no, I'm not changing my statement. That being said, I just don't want to talk negatively about anyone for the sake of talking negatively. What happened between us has no bearing or relevance on her relationship with Andrew. I think that people are looking for her is a pattern of history, and you don't need me for that. Anyone who's watched Teen Mom has seen it. What I said to TMZ about Amber being a good mother is 100% true. Okay. Good mothers don't go to prison, but whatever. And then they asked him around the time your relationship was ending, were there were screenshots and text messages circulating that showed you with having blood on your face. He said those had nothing to do with Amber. Right. And he said, did you reach out to Amber after her arrest? He said, of course I reached out to her. I texted her and wanted her to know I was thinking about her and that she was strong and that this will pass. I didn't hear back from her, and I didn't expect to. Apparently, when he was on marriage boot camp, he never interacted with Amber. He said that when he was with her, she also had issues taking her medications on time, and her doctors were struggling to find the right balance for her. This, I'll link the Ashley's article, and you can read it all. He doesn't really add anything of substance, but, it's like, this guy, and he denied that he wants to get back in touch with her. He denied that he had anything, that he was doing this to get back in her good graces. He said that this had nothing to do with any of that. And he laughed at it and scoffed at it because he said he's in a really good relationship now. And so he's really just, happier, and he just doesn't want to, get back in touch with, he doesn't want to go back to Amber. Then why are you reaching out to Amber when she's going through something like this? You guys didn't end on good terms. You didn't have the best relationship to begin with. What's the point in speaking out other than to either you get yourself clout, B, get back in her good graces, or there's literally no other reason for him to speak out at this point. None. And then lying to TMZ, and then he backtracks and says he didn't want to make it about him, or he didn't want you don't need him for the story. Yeah, you kind of do, Matt, because it shows a period of escalating behavior by her. He does reach out to sell stories, 100%. He is so shady. He is so full of himself. You know what, guys? Do you have your tea? You got your tea, your coffee, whatever you have. You guys, let's do a toast. This is my 5th stream today on these Yahoos. I never thought today I would have 5 stories, but it doesn't quit. And I have more for tomorrow on Janelle Evans or Eason. I've made contact with people that are running multiple pages trying to bring her down, and I've talked to them extensively about what's going on. And she was all over Twitch lying about the dogs. So it's even if I don't want to cover this teen mom stuff, I'm so invested in it, and so are you guys now. You might not even watch the show, and you are invested in this story as much as I am. I can't believe this. I wrote a story about Amber literally breaking her silence because these are her first words. Her first words. I'm so disappointed in Amber. I don't think I should have expected anything less from Amber. Amber will never take responsibility. Amber will never change. Amber will never own up for what she's done. And Amber will always find a way to make this about her so that you feel sorry for her. You know what? Don't get looped into this. Don't feel sorry for her, you guys. Please remember the victims in this case are Andrew, Leah, and James. And just remember that when she goes to court on Thursday and they start working through this case, and she's ultimately going to go back to prison. And when she goes back, just remember that this will be the second time in Leah's life that her mother has been absent. So as much as you guys she wants you to believe that she's changed and she's better and she's this and she's that, Amber is exactly who Amber says she is. Amber is exactly what she is. She isn't anything more than that. She's someone who is a narcissist, incapable of taking responsibility for her life, and always blaming everyone but herself. So let me know in comments if you're surprised by this. I hope you're not. Let me know if you think it sucks for the kids that this is what she's saying. And tell me if you think Matt's as big as a loser as I do. Because Matt just needs to... You know what? If I had a sign right now, it would say, Matt, STFU. Nobody cares. You're irrelevant. I just can't with these people. Someone on my chat or my comments today said that we need a shirt for Team Mom that says, this is so gross. Because I say that all the time, right? This is so gross. And this behavior is so gross. Amber, you are so gross. All right, you guys, I'm going to go lay down. I'm going to try to finish up my episodes of 90 Day Fiance the other way. And if you haven't been watching this show, you guys, you have to. It is so bad. It is so terrible. And it is so addicting. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.